I'm, for better or for worse, in the video game industry, I'm old. So I have like all these old video game memories, as well as, you know, I still play tons of video games now. I think it was maybe the first time that I ever sat down and played a game where I felt really immersed in it. It was probably like the first Bard's Tale game on the PC. And I just remember playing it, and the fact that I was actually moving through the environment. Now, granted, by today's standards, it was, you know, it's like almost prehistoric, and it was just, you know, it was just screens of 2D art moving, but it felt like I was moving through a town, and I turned a corner, and there was a statue, and I interacted with it, and I uncovered things, and I found secret, you know, it was like, it wasn't text-based, it wasn't, you know, kind of jaggy lines, it was, I really felt like I was moving through a world, and I was, you know, and even though, and it's funny to think about, even in those times where, you know, it was a portion of the screen. If my whole screen is this big, it's just like this window, because I've got all my stats and my characters and things up all the time. But I really felt myself getting lost in that, and saying like, oh, this is great, and I uncover it, and I move into a new area, and all the artwork changed, and, you know, and you kind of let your imagination run wild with that. And I think that's, for me now, when you know, players take that for granted now when they run around, you know, in a full 3D environment, and it's huge and it's rich and it's an MMO, or it's, you know, a really well-crafted RPG, or these different things. And they never, a lot of players didn't have that experience of, you know, wow, I remember when it was like this tiny little screen and it was like this little thing. But I just remember really distinctly the first time going into that, and how it suddenly transformed for me from, you know, numbers and names and, you know, just text on a screen, or even like really simplistic drawings, to being like, wow, I'm feeling like I'm in the environment. They're able to present this world to me in a way that I'm excited about. And I think that's what drives a lot of people. I know it drives me a lot too, is like, how can we continue to make worlds that are bigger and richer and more engrossing, and can really let players' imaginations, you know, run wild.